Welcome, everyone, to Saturday Morning Coffee. I'm your host, Steven, and we got a special guest here today. We got Marty, our pretty frequent co-host, and we have a very special guest, Maxwell, Max Olive.
Hello.
Welcome to the podcast.
Hello. Thank you, guys. I'm excited to be here with both the two of you and our listener at home.
Yeah. So on today's episode, we're just going to be talking about random stuff we've been listening to. So what you just heard was Real Friends Acoustic, Composure. Kind of a cool album, cool project that haven't listened to in a while, but I know Max was a fan of Real Friends, so we thought we'd do it for the intro song.
Yeah, so, I like Real Friends a lot, actually. So I had never gotten into punk rock before at all. So I'm about as vanilla as they come when it comes to music choices. As Marty can tell you, my favorite musician is John Mayer. So I love Coffee House Adult Contemporary. And I got exposed to Real Friends through the Spotify algorithm because I think I was going through something traumatic at the time. So I started ripping these guys really hard. And I figured out that they were having a show by me. And so I went to my very first punk rock show and got exposed to, the Whirlpool or whatever it is, when you all run around the center in a circle for the first time.
The pit?
Yeah.
When you open up the fucking pit?
Yeah, when we opened up the fucking pit, I just about had an aneurysm, and I loved it so much that I saw two more of their shows that year on the 2017 North American tour. So that was a great exposure to me, for me, in the punk rock world. And I love that guy's voice. What's his name? Kyle? It's not in the band anymore. But
something.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Love Real Friends. They actually have a little side project. The lead singer has a side project with another pop punk band called Knuckle Puck. Not sure if you've heard of them. The two lead singers do a little side project. I can't think of off the tip of my dome what the name of that is, but yeah, that's awesome.
I know. Yeah, that's
some Real Friends. So let's jump right into it. I'm just gonna jump into something weird that I've just been, because I want to get things started off right, just with some some hot takes.
We don't have a topic today. We should talk a little that we don't have a topic. Yeah. We're just kind of gonna share our new music as one of the segments, the music we've been listening to recently, and then see where the recording takes us.
Yeah, see where the dominoes fall. Let's so I got something I want to show you guys. I want to play for you guys. Something a friend put me on. A little Russian music group. Absolutely blowing up in Russia and in America.
Is it Lil Peep?
Not quite. It's similar. It's somewhat similar. This band, I don't know if it's a band or if it's I have no idea what to even call this group. It's called Ice Peak. Very dark. So I want to show you guys a video and just get some reactions off it. So this is Sad Bitch, also known as this in Russian.
Drunkatsika.
Yeah. By Ice Peak, and the videos are just absolutely bonkers. So let's take a quick look here.
The classic French braid.
Yes.
I feel like a Hitler Youth commercial. He's kind of hot.
Yeah.
They got Voldemort in there too.
Oh yeah. This reminds me of Max's Tenet a little bit.
Yeah, should we? Well, I personally don't feel comfortable talking about that because I don't want to fuck the money up, as they say. But maybe if we get some sort of disclosure from my tenant, I can talk about some of the things that happen. I gotta say, as a guy from the Midwest, and as you two other people from the Midwest, this really resonates to me because the middle of a cornfield with a bunch of white people makes it feel just like the first 18 years of my life.
Yeah, it makes me feel at home.
It really does. With the raunchy, half emo, what would we call this? I would call this like a fuzzy emo. It's a little warmer than emo, but it's definitely still got that dark undertones.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's got like a Rob Zombie feel to it.
Yeah, that's a good way. It's like Rob Zombie plus porn.
Yeah. Even the pigs kind of look disgusting. They found ugly pigs, ugly baby pigs.
Yeah, and the video is just like insane. That's what just does it for me, is the video production quality.
This is a great video, actually. I mean, it's the style, as far as, I mean, the message I can kind of get down with. Luxury is not my lifestyle. I'm all about living well within your means, don't get me wrong. But I don't know about like jumping around and splashing in black liquid.
Dude, that sounds, I don't know, I'm into that. I'm into that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I appreciate it for what it is, but am I gonna go rollerblading and pop this one in the headphones? Might be a stretch.
It helps when you can understand the lyrics. You know?
Or like,
part of
or you look, or understand what letters those are in the alphabet. Like, how do you pronounce that? Yeah. Do we know how to pronounce that? Is that?
Well, she kept saying "chica," like "shika," something like that. That must mean bitch.
Let me get a direct Google Translate on that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Let's get a Google Translate on that.
It's probably sad bitch.
Sad bitch. There it is.
So how do you say sad? Wait, can we listen to it?
Грустная Сука. Yeah, it's Suka.
It's Грустная Суka.
So is Suka bitch? Just
no, Suka's got to be sad. Грустная, that sounds like bitch.
Грустная.
Yeah.
Wait, delete one of the words and see which one's
which.
Yeah.
True. So Suka is bitch.
Oh, that's bitch. Okay, Suka. Wow.
Yeah.
That's okay. Now, Suka. I don't know if we'll get demonetized for this, but now do you think the etymology of Suka has anything to do with pike? Being a Jew, I feel like I could say that.
That's fair. It probably does.
Okay.
I don't know. I think the Russian alphabet is so different, dude.
Yeah.
It's Suka. Like that. You can't even phonetically spell it. That's what makes it so daunting as a language. Like, it looks like you could almost read it, unlike like Chinese or Japanese, where you're like, there's no way. But then you just can't. You're like, no, that doesn't actually, that doesn't actually read as Грустная. That looks more like a Pichklar. If I had to guess, if I had to phonetically guess.
It fools you with letters that you think you know. Like, you're like, oh yeah, like that's just a backwards R. So how do I say it? Ra? Like, yeah, of course I got that. And then it's just like, no, that's Груstная.
Yeah.
It's like the Spanish.
Wait, 32 million views? This thing is on fire.
Oh yeah, dude. Ice Peak is like, it shook me when I saw how many views this has. I've seen they have worked with some American artists in the similar vein, because there's kind of a, like, this is a genre, you know, this kind of rappy, emo, dark, like metal.
This reminds me of what you showed me last night, Steve, that I just fell in love with on the first listen. Could we get a little GHOSTMANE?
Yeah, should we? Let's hop it over to GHOSTMANE's new album.
Let's stay dark. Let's stay dirty. And I think, Steven, you described it best yesterday when you said Marilyn Manson 2.0.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty accurate.
Let's once you see him too, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, it is Marilyn Manson 2.0. So this is GHOSTMANE.
Nice voice. Like, pretty crisp voice.
Yeah.
And then what's that like heavy metal rock band that always wears the masks?
Slipknot.
That's not Slipknot, yeah. So he's like drawing on that a little bit too.
I love that bands are like taking like EDM and very like artificial like core shaking sounds that don't necessarily come out of standard rock band instruments and integrating it into new music, because it really adds to like this horror vibe.
Yeah. Can we see the comments on this? Do you mind? I'd like to see what people say about this.
I think he's low-key tricking trap listeners into becoming metalheads. Very true.
Yes, yeah, accurate.
So that's actually an interesting concept, because have you guys heard that Machine Gun Kelly song, My Bloody Valentine?
Yes.
His whole new album.
He has a whole new album.
I mean, he used to be a rapper, and now he's more or less punk rock. I think you're seeing a lot of that reinvention in today's entertainment industry.
Well, how much of that can be solely credited to Lil Peep? Because I think a lot of it.
You think he's stealing from Lil Peep?
Oh, I think MGK on the new album. I don't want to get too.
So you think Machine Gun Kelly is stealing from the dead Lil Peep? Now, for listeners who don't know, Lil Peep was how would you describe it? Punk rap?
Yeah, something like that, like an emo rap. I'd say.
Punk rap, died of a fentanyl overdose in November 2017 at the age of 21 years old. Had a cult following. But now, Machine Gun Kelly, now that you say it, I could see that these similar vibes are being thrown off.
Well, just the aesthetic. I want to look at this cover art here. So this is the cover of the new MGK album, Tickets to My Downfall. Like, just the pink, the bleach blonde hair, which, I mean, I guess he's always been a blonde dude. The pink guitar, disable my ad blocker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys,
there's something to be said, but I'm never mad at an artist trying new things, and like, I think he did it pretty well.
But I mean, let's just compare this to the Peep cover art, which, I mean, this is one of them, but this isn't the one that super resonates. I don't know, man. It just seems really.
Did he go #1 with that album? The Rock? Did he hit Rock #1? Is that what that article said?
Who?
Oh, first #1 album. Yeah. I mean, gotta give it to him.
Whole media hype train behind him too. I mean, they had Megan Fox, and now their thing apparently. Megan Fox looks incredible now too. By the way, I mean, she's always looked incredible, but she's really been thrust back into the limelight here since she came out with that video with MGK that basically stated that they're dating at this point, right? So
I didn't know that.
Yeah. The My Bloody Valentine music video is just basically him and Megan Fox rolling around the sheets. It's pretty hot.
He's actually
Travis Barker actually, I'm pretty sure executive produced this whole MGK album.
I mean, he puts good people around him and makes good music and hits #1, man. He could be stealing some vibes, but he's got to do it in the end, and he did it.
Well, I mean, I think this is that's pretty small still, but like the artistic similarities are just striking to me. Even in just like the font, like the stylization of the font, it's just, I don't know, man. It just seems a little too, and the sound. Once you actually listen to the album, the sound, it just seems a little too close to Peep for me to be comfortable with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, they're both trying to hit the same mood, though. I mean, they're both trying to hit that punk mood. It's not like Peep invented the punk mood. And in all fairness to MGK, I mean, this is pretty much a straight up pop punk album.
And there's a lot like of the low melody Xanax vibe in MGK stuff, I would say, than in Peep stuff, right? Like, Peep was definitely mellower. Like, the sound is substantially different. Maybe I haven't heard enough of this new album, but I don't know.
Yeah,
it didn't seem as mellow.
Megan rolling around the sheets. That was my favorite video. I think it came out in May.
Yeah, I don't think I saw because the video got a ton of media attention, but I didn't actually see the video.
Oh my god, you're in for a treat. It's incredible. Okay. It's absolutely incredible.
This is a Bloody Valentine MGK.
Coming at you live. Actually, this is the first drop. We got exclusive rights to it, so this is huge for the So yeah, this is basically my tenant. But how good does Megan Fox look?
Yeah, she's still
been out of the spotlight. I mean, but how long has she been out of the spotlight? More or less a decade? I mean, when was the last time you really heard about her? Last time I can remember Megan Fox was in Transformers.
Yeah, she looks the exact same. She hasn't aged a day.
No, honestly, I think she looks better. I mean, I think Brian Austin Green was probably just such a beta that he messed something up, and she goes, all right, I'm just going to hit the open market. She finds a guy like MGK.
Yeah.
And so apparently MGK, too, from what I understand, he's got an impressive hit list.
Hits that he's made or ladies that he's laid?
He's dated a lot of famous, attractive women. Yeah. Like, there's something about MGK.
Well, he's a famous, attractive man, let's be honest. And he was born on Earth Day. And everyone knows people born on Earth Day they care about the world. They care about the world around them.
Do you share a birthday with Machine Gun Kelly, Martin?
I do.
No way.
He might actually be a 93 as well. He might be my exact age.
He's 30-something.
Okay, nah, that never mind.
He might have just turned 30.
Yeah, I think he is a couple years older. But
yeah, so he's an April 22 boy, huh?
Dude, I don't know, man.
What makes you uncomfortable about this, Steve?
What makes me uncomfortable is the aesthetic, I think. MGK, like...
Yeah, the
aesthetic is just so Little Peep. Like, exactly what he's wearing is like a fit Little Peep would have worn, just straight up. Yeah. And it just feels like a little bit of a swag jack there.
So do you think we're willing to take the stance on this podcast right now that we're going to throw the theory out there that MGK took out Little Peep's job so that he can steal market share?
I'm willing.
Honestly,
to
are we willing to say that right now?
Yes.
I think I saw that on Infowars.com too, actually. Yeah, this is a gnarly part of the video.
Yeah, I mean this video had millions in budget, easily.
I mean, I would hope so.
All right.
Machine Gun Kelly.
We probably can't watch the whole dang thing.
Yeah,
we got pretty close though. Megan Fox looks really, really good.
What?
Really good, actually.
Yeah, that's a big takeaway from watching the video. Is Megan Fox is still looking good. Still in her prime, I'd say. I'd say Megan Fox is still in her prime easily. Probably got another 10 years on that. So hopefully a lot more to come.
Well, I think it's worthwhile to clarify too that we don't want to talk about women objectively in this thing, but I think that it's just I think that something to take away from this is that it's just impressive how well people take care of themselves in Hollywood. I mean, these people are out of the spotlight for 10 years. I don't see them. I mean, I look a lot different than I did 10 years ago, but that's because of puberty. But I mean, if I still look the same in 10 years, either I'm frozen with Ted Williams or something's gone really right as far as my skincare regimen.
Yeah, that's fair.
My skincare regimen. I mean, but something could be said to the fact that they get paid millions of dollars to look a certain way.
Yeah, and there's a lot of makeup and editing and stuff too. So
I mean, but still, even in the world of Hollywood, it's for someone to hold I mean, I think it's inappropriate to maybe talk about only her physical stuff too, maybe a little bit. She's a fucking human being, but it's just impressive. You know what I mean? How can you not be taken away by something like that?
No, yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's kind of a feat of human engineering, really.
Takes me back.
She was a heartthrob when we were in high school, and she still is. Well past that.
Yeah. Brian Austin Green, you fucked up, man.
What was that hair? The widow's peak there.
Trying to get this out here.
Is this Hollywood Steve?
That's the widow's peak, baby. No, that's
not good. Nice, man. That's nice.
I'm gonna need to get a headband or something for the next pod.
Yeah.
But let's move on.
Too much.
We've spent about 5 too many minutes on MGK, I believe. But that's my personal opinion. I'm not an MGK fan, but
Steven,
let's
there's a band that you got me into, a solo artist that you got me into. He falls in the folk revival category, I would call, but that's probably not fair to put him in any single genre because his videos and his music it's breathtaking.
Mm-hmm.
Special. Do you know who I speak of?
I'm assuming you're talking about Field Medic here, little
Yes,
floral
sir.
prints. Yeah.
You want to put something on to your?
Well, what do you want to listen to, man? What's your personal favorite? Preferably with a music video, because he's got a lot of great videos.
I'm not sure which ones have the best music videos. I would say put on. You've been a longer term fan of Field Medic, so share something. I like the video with. I do like that UUU music video where he flips through the picture book.
Okay, yeah, let's do that one.
Classic. So this is not off his newest album that came out a few weeks back, maybe a month or so now.
So where's this guy from? What's his story?
So,
I think his name is Dennis.
No, his name is Kevin.
Okay.
Let me get a little info. So he's been in, making music for a long time, but so yeah, he began releasing music with his older brother in 2009 under Westwood and Willow. Field Medic debuted in 2015, or no, doesn't say. First full length in 2015, another EP in 2017. Doesn't tell you much about his history, which is interesting.
So he's on a Green Day tribute album?
He was featured. I have not heard that.
I'll have to check that out.
But yeah, so genre is definitely folk. I would say this guy is cutting edge folk revival. A lot of just acoustic, just him on an acoustic. He does a lot of drum machine backing, so like he makes all the music himself. I do want to actually watch.
Very DIY.
Yes.
Is he like a modern day Woody Guthrie?
I'm not familiar with Woody Guthrie.
I would say more of a Merle Haggard. No.
Okay.
No. Let's just play it.
All right, I want to do the henna tattoo because this video is very iconic in DIY.
And it's a great little riff he put together here.
It gives you a sense of his vibe.
Tooth.
I might argue this is the best video we've seen yet.
Yeah.
What? Watching right now.
Flowers in a bath, baby.
His new album is called Floral Prince, so he is quite into the floral aesthetic.
All right. So, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but this music video is about as 2020 as you. This is about as 2020 hipster as you can get.
Yes, definitely.
When I walk down the street and I see people doing this, I know exactly what they do on Saturday and Sunday, and it involves a lot of coffee shops, a lot of incense.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do appreciate this interpretive dancer. It's not like she is not trained in dancing. I will appreciate that. Her toe points are there. Like, it's weird. It's definitely a weird dancing style, but you can tell she dances. She's a dancer.
Yeah. Too, because the camera's kind of shaky,
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's a good clip of Field Medic.
Can we? Other thing though, Steven, you don't know who Woody Guthrie is?
No, I don't.
He's the guy. This land is my land. This land is your land. That's Woody Guthrie.
Okay.
He was probably popular in the late 30s and 40s. Okay. Inspired Bob Dylan.
100 years
Interesting. Ago. Yeah, I don't generally go back that far, but
that's my problem is I go back too far because I don't know about you, but I've been getting really into just listening to people lately. You talk a lot about the guitar and who inspires them. So you go back and you're like, oh, like I want to listen. I was listening to Born and Raised by John Mayer. He's like, yeah, I listen to a lot of Bob Dylan. And I was like, all right, Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan's like, this Woody Guthrie guy was just something out of spaceship as far as I'm concerned. So you listen to some Woody Guthrie, and before you know it, you're back before your fucking grandparents were born.
Yeah. It's not a bad thing. It's definitely not a bad thing.
One thing I like about Field Medic and like that video in particular, I don't know folk that well, so maybe this is not true, but it seems like at least country music, it's a lot like, you know, smoking cigarettes and driving my truck and like very masculine, like cut off emotions. And then this dude's in the game bathing in a pool of flower petals. Like, you know, he's not scared to just like put things out there, which is like, to me, like Southern music is generally like, they still sing about emotions as everyone does, but he throws it out there. He's like, I am who I am, baby, and this is what you don't get. I appreciate that out of any artist. So
yeah, he's pretty sick. I mean, I could go on, show a bunch of Field Medic videos. He's probably one of my favorite artists that I've been listening to this year, but probably shouldn't just make this a Field Medic podcast. So yeah, Max, do you wanna throw out a suggestion here? We'll just keep it right moving. I want to get through quite a few songs. So,
well, I'll be honest with you. Like I said, my tastes generally skew a little bit more towards the realm of pop, just because of my general interests.
Let's get some
so
pop.
A lot of that deal.
Let's get some pop.
Yeah, of course. So I've been listening to I've been watching a lot of David Dobrik videos recently. Are you guys familiar with this guy?
Yes.
Not at all.
I mean, how is anyone not at this point? I suppose he's just he's just an absolute fucking powerhouse at this point. I mean, we should really just make this podcast all about looking how to take down David Dobrik.
Wait, who is he?
Do you really not know who he is?
Are you living under a rock?
Like, I don't listen to that like pop music as much. Like, is he a pop star? Or is he a rock star?
No, Marty, he's this YouTube sensation. Do you actually not know who he is?
No, like maybe if I saw him.
He's a YouTuber.
He's a tuber?
He's a YouTuber, but like he's like the YouTuber. He was the guy who started it all. So
whoa, what? I wouldn't go that far. Started it all.
Well, I think he's a lot of the reason that people edit videos the way that they do now. You know what I mean?
Is he the guy who did that cover of? Does he do covers of songs and stuff?
No, he's not a music guy. He's literally a vlogger.
He's a vlogger, yeah.
Okay.
He started the vlog game. I'll give him that. He started the vlog game big.
Like he's so the way that this guy works essentially is he did record videos 2 or 3 times a week, and he would post them up there, and they're all 4 minutes and 20 seconds long. So like they capture your attention, but they're all like real tightly edited and they're snappy, and he's just absolutely on fire. Like he's been on Jimmy Fallon like 4 times during the pandemic. But anyway, one of his closing songs was Dance Monkey with that girl Tones and I. You know who she is? I mean, this song is gigantic. You guys will know this.
Oh, Dance Monkey. Yeah, I have heard that one. Okay.
So I have a request, though.
Okay.
She's got this live version, right?
Okay.
And she doesn't use auto-tune or anything. It might be her first time singing in front of a big crowd. And I cried the first time I watched this video because you can see in her eyes how happy she is to perform. Yes, that first one. How happy she is to perform in front of a crowd this big.
Okay. Let's this is going to be interesting.
So this is...
You can do a little... anything else you want to say before I start the little intro?
Me personally, no.
All right.
Hey, you can probably go forward 30 seconds so she can actually start singing and stuff. Ghostbusters hat.
I like the fit, dude. I like how her keyboard matches her fucking outfit, dude. That's nice.
She's got some pizzazz.
Yeah. That's steezy, dude.
The truth of the matter is American music will never touch the likes of British music.
She's
Get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, around here is when I started to cry, because I've never seen anyone so happy perform in front of people.
Yeah.
Look at this crowd.
Oh my gosh.
Could you imagine that?
That's a great sound.
Oh, dude, she's dripping.
Yeah. Dude, this whole crowd too. She's got them by the balls throughout the entire performance.
Yeah.
Like you'll see this one part, and it's about I don't know, probably 2 minutes in, but she absolutely commands this crowd. I mean, you know, talk about just having iron fists right now. She could probably go tell them to storm Normandy if she really wanted to.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I was doing a little research on her, and no one knows when she was born. She won't give it out in interviews and stuff because this is her first real big song. So she's been doing this for years, right? She said she's been performing live since like 2009, and she's been doing this for years. And they said, "Well, like, when were you born?" And she just kept on. She didn't give an answer. She just said that nothing that you see online is right. And so the range on her Wikipedia page is like 93 to 2000, which I think is just baffling.
That's awesome.
Who the hell does that these days? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, I love the story too that she's been doing it since 2009 because like, dude, fucking yeah, dude, she just grinded for years and like, it's so cool to see it pay off.
Yeah, apparently there are videos that are floating on the internet. You know, the same guys that you have performed on the street, and they would just throw a couple bucks into a hat. Like that was her, like within the past couple of years at some point.
That's awesome, dude.
But yeah, so, and she's Australian, and she actually beat.
Oh, she's Australian.
She's Australian, and so this song was #1 for 24 straight weeks. And look at this part. She gets down. She tells everyone to get down. And they all
listen. Dude, by the balls.
I told you. No, she's got them. Well, now watch how she just.
Oh, dude. Just chills. That gives me chills, dude. That was nice.
It's incredible, man. But yeah, so I mean, no one knows anything too much about her because she's been pretty reserved about the whole thing. But I've been ripping a little bit about her recently, and I mean, it's just incredible how some people's arcs, they're just stratospheric when you hit something like that. I mean, that might have alienated the entire punk rock crowd that listens to this podcast, but she's got a really interesting story and really interesting voice. There's no auto-tune or anything in that.
No,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I could go for
but
that.
But who sings White Christmas? Is it Bing Crosby?
Yeah.
So Bing Crosby had the #1 song in Australia. He had the record for 22 straight weeks, and it held up since the 40s. She beat that with this song. She took down Bing Crosby. And she was like playing for $5 bills 5 years ago or something.
It's only because of the pandemic, dude. Everyone's trying to dance.
Well, no, dude.
That's like before the pandemic.
You see it happen every once in a while, like Adele. Adele swept the Grammys. Same. It's like, dude, she just came out of nowhere, dude.
Have you guys seen Skinny Adele?
Yeah.
Dude,
good for her, man.
I only listen to her. I don't
Marty, Adele is smoking hot now.
Really?
Smoking hot.
She was always stunning, though, if you ask me.
Yeah, honestly, there's something about the there's something about old Adele that was really attractive.
There's something and honestly, it's amazing. Like, you almost felt like her voice was so powerful, like she needed like a strong bass. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
that sounds terrible. Like, when you hear a full-bodied voice, you expect it to come out of like a full-bodied human, you know. But
so, Marty,
I guess that's not true.
This is Skinny Adele now. Like, are you seeing these pictures?
Yeah.
She's
almost unhealthy skinny.
Yeah, that's a little concern, but it's Hollywood, dude.
Yeah,
you know,
Hollywood.
She probably has 3 nutritionists, and
yeah, dude, that's nuts. She doesn't look anything like if I saw her on the street, I wouldn't think, oh, that's Adele. I'd think, oh, it's a lady.
Yeah. Not quite the, not quite the same.
No,
but
that's interesting. I mean, that I was just saying yesterday how Adele's album
Wait,
21
what's that?
ruled high school for us.
Did you guys see she actually got a little bit of flame for this one online. This is some British festival she partake in, but a lot of people were calling cultural appropriation on Adele on this one. But yeah. I don't know anything about it.
I mean,
people gotta mind their own business.
I mean, I agree with that, but what's the cultural appropriation on this? So, like, am I not allowed to wear my hair like that? I guess that's part of it, right? Like,
yeah, that's probably part of it. I don't know anything about the festival.
Like, anytime you put a national flag on your chest, like, that's maybe not so great either. Like, I don't know. Even
that's true.
Anyone can take that the wrong way. Not that it's wrong, but anyone can take that the wrong way.
If I am in ruling power in Jamaican government right now, I absolutely love the fact that Adele decided to adorn my flag on her titties. Yes. I mean, that's great marketing. That's great marketing.
It is.
If I'm Jamaica.
Yeah. So that's Skinny Adele.
Welcome, Adele.
So I got one for you boys. Marty, I've played you this song once or twice in the past couple of days, but I do want to look at the live version. We're going back to some punky rap kind of. So this is KennyHoopla, How Will I Rest in Peace if I'm Buried by a Highway? And this dude in 2020 has just been putting out heat.
Okay.
He is just grabbing 20 by the balls.
So I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but I was looking at this, Steve, and I looked at the music video, and my instant thought was, this is going to be fucking hype. That was my first thought. I was like, this is going to be fucking hype.
Yeah. So, okay, so have you seen this music video or no?
No, I never have, but I love the aesthetics. I love the fact that he decided to combine two names into one. This is right up my millennial taste.
Yeah.
So,
and I think you guys are going to be taken aback how fucking awesome this live performance is. So,
okay, let's
jump right into it.
How will I rest in peace if I'm buried by a highway? Oh man,
he's just getting it the whole time too, dude. He's got the afro pick in the hair, like.
This rips.
Yeah. You know, little respect.
Fantastic.
Oh, the mic.
That's
moves.
The emo swing, dude. Yeah, you can tell he's influenced by the emo culture because that's the Taking Back Sunday mic swing, dude.
Yeah. It's not as easy as it looks. It's not.
Oh, yeah, you can catch that in the dome easy.
That drummer's got a nice heavy foot. He's really keeping everyone there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the drummer is really just banging on
it. His vocals give me a Kid Cudi vibe too.
Yeah. This is sick.
Is he British? Is that a British accent, or is he just like American doing a British accent?
I have no idea.
He's definitely British. The way he said shoulder.
Yeah. Like I said, British music, man. Top notch.
Even though Tones and I is Australian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I culturally appropriated there. That's nice, though.
This last drop is just nice.
Oh. Could you imagine hearing that live? I would go nuts if I were hearing that live.
Dangle on the mic.
Well, that drum fill should have made the drum fill podcast.
Let's hear this drum fill.
One more time on that fill.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's KennyHoopla with How Will I Rest in Peace If I'm Buried by a Highway. Live performance.
No, that's a great that's a good nugget that you shared, by the way. I really like that song.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what we're out here to do, and that's what we don't find a single genre. I mean, we focus on a few, but there's so much good music out there. And like, look at that video compared to the ones we looked at previously. 600,000, 800,000 views, whatever that is.
Yeah.
That thing could blow up at any moment.
Oh yeah.
Like a fart in the wind.
Didn't it?
What's that?
It seemed really well produced.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know anything
like
about
it. Like this video had a lot of good elements to it. I'm shocked that someone like this isn't a little bigger. I mean, I don't know how long he's been doing it. I think part of it is just you just got to hump away at this forever to get some recognition.
Well, one thing I think, it's that I still think after listening to kind of more smaller bands and music, it's like there's definitely some luck involved with all this, man. Like some people pop and some people don't. And there's a lot of good bands that never pop that are just stunning. And that's why it's nice to be able to like come to this podcast and find music from you guys that maybe didn't pop but still is sick. So
yeah. Dude, this is funny. This is coming up on the side. Viagra Boys. These guys. Yeah, not this video. These guys have another one. That's really.
All right. I got a funny story about Viagra.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
If it's
yeah, now's a great time.
Yeah, so around Valentine's Day this year, I was hooking up with this chick. Well, I guess we had tried hooking up for the first time on what would have been midnight of Valentine's Day, and we went out to like a Valentine's Day dinner. It was like our third or fourth date, so it was pretty poorly timed on my part because it was the first time we were going to go out and actually have dinner. And so we went to this sushi place, and then, you get a couple bottles of wine, feel fine. We went back to her house, and I think we had one more bottle of wine. And so, you're rolling around the bed sheets a la MGK and Megan Fox style, and you're 3 bottles of wine deep, basically, right? And so she gives you the green light. Well, she gives you the green light. She says, "Hey, okay, let's roll." And I go, "All right, let's try this." And I mean, the flagpole was just at half mast at best. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, at some point, you just gotta sort of like pull it back, I guess, and realize that nothing's happening. When I say pull it back, I mean foreskin, because I'm uncircumcised.
Obviously. Yeah.
But so that experience really scarred me, right? So because I'm thinking of like I've lost my manhood, right? I've got low T, I've got something going on. So I log on to this HIMS website. You guys are familiar with this?
No.
So HIMS it's like a website for anything that goes wrong with your body if you're a dude. So if you're losing your hair, log on to HIMS. Sponsor this video, HIMS. If you're losing your hair, you log on to HIMS. Like if your skin looks like shit, log on to HIMS. If your dick doesn't work, log on to HIMS. And
what about hemorrhoids? Do you think hemorrhoids?
I'm sure 100%, dude. If they're not already on hemorrhoids, they're gonna be on.
How about antiperspirant? Do you think?
I don't really know if that's that big of an issue, Mark.
What about hand sweat packs?
Yeah, just turn into your own little personal shop, I guess. But so I go on the website. It's forhims.com, and I logged on, and I'm starting like chatting with this doctor who's in New Jersey, and I basically started telling him, like, "Doc, like I haven't been able to get my dick up literally my entire life. Like I'm 25 years old. I don't know what's going on. Like just load me up with the highest shit that you can get." Like he's like, "All right, like well you signed up for the 100 milligram generic Viagra. I think that's a lot of overkill for someone your age. So let me just sign you up for the 20 milligram and you can take 2 at a time." And I said, "Fine, perfect, sounds great." Takes like 2 weeks for the shit to get in, right? For the shipment to come through. And then in that span of 2 weeks, this chick has broken things off with me, right? And so like I'm sitting here, I have like a little Mentos. For 6 months, I'm getting like recurring deliveries on this HIMS subscription. I got like little Mentos. containers full of Hims pills. He's ready to pop one up at any time. I never took one because, like, you go to these Reddit threads, it's like, dude, I took some Viagra and like my heart rate just went to shit and like my nose got all stuffed up and I couldn't see straight. So I'm freaking out. But I told my friends about it, and I told my one buddy who lives in New York, he was here visiting, and I just gave him a shitload of Hims, and he's like, all right, thanks, man, I appreciate that. And I was like, all right, like, he's not going to go through it too hard. Like 2 weeks later, he's calling me, he's like, yeah, dude, I went through like 10 of those things. Like, I'm going to need some more. He ended up signing up for the same thing. All because it was just, you know, a young guy in his 20s looking to get a hard on.
Yeah. I mean, it's a dangerous battle. You don't want to be dependent on it ever. Like, you're young, man. You're young. You don't want to be dependent on it. You said it was because you were 3 wine deep, not because, you know.
Right, so I've never taken it now, but I've still got this coffer full of Hims, and I don't know what to do with it.
Well, maybe you should light some candles, take a Viagra or Hims, and have yourself a nice night.
That sounds like a nice Saturday.
Just by myself.
Take a bath, yeah.
Run a warm bath.
Just walk around with all this extra mass I've got.
So
yeah,
wait,
don't clean up too fast though. You might
clarify. You said you haven't taken one of these pills yet.
These because after I got it, so I got it because I was scared. Right, I was like, holy fuck, like I'm losing my testosterone at 25 years old. It's only a matter of time before everything else just falls apart. Yeah. And then I didn't have an immediate need for it because this chick cut things off with me. And as attractive as I like to think I am, I don't really have girls just sort of just jumping at me all the time. And so I really didn't have a need for it for like ever, right? But they can't come to my house because they come once a month. You get 12 pills. So I just had them all.
Cancel subscription?
It's like Proactive, man. Once you order it once, you got more than a lifetime supply after a few months.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. You can cancel the subscription. But I thought, why? I mean, there's some value in having these, right? Like, who knows when I'll need them or how I'll need them or whom I need them. I'll save them for a rainy day. I don't think these things expire.
You could commit some Class A felonies and give them to your friends under the table and then admit it on a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Like what I'm doing right now. If they want to come find me, like come find me. I just tag me on Instagram when I get taken away by the feds.
This was a hypothetical. This was a hypothetical story about.
It's 100% true. I'm not even I don't even care. The feds can come get me because I know that 400 million people listen to this podcast, and so I know word is bound to get out sooner or later. Yeah. But I mean, but it was just it's just. I could have canceled it, but I didn't.
I think you should, man. I think you should cancel that. And
well, you only get 6 months at a time, and then that's 6. So they stopped because the faucet's been turned off.
And I mean, based on how often you use your faucet, that's a lifetime supply.
Yeah, but it's so I would equate this to like you're going to play, you know. I wouldn't say bringing a knife to a gunfight is the correct analogy. I feel like a better analogy is, you know, you're bringing a tank to some sort of sandlot playground and just absolutely annihilating people. It's gotten rave reviews from my friends, and he's got his own Hims subscription now. But they loaded him up. You know, he's got 60 milligrams. So he's got.
Well, he's gonna be dependent, dude.
Yeah, he's gonna have a chemical dependency, dude. Someday he's gonna want to just, you know, pop an accidental boner in class and not be able to.
Right. Well, here's the thing about that, Marty. You know, I'm going back to that thing about me committing a Class A felony. Now, who do you think is more liable in this scenario? Do you think it's Hims for giving one of these out? Because why do I need boner pills, right? I mean, I'm in relatively good health.
Yeah, it's like the pill shops down in Florida when they were just giving out those Vicodin subscriptions like it was candy. You just walk into a doctor's office and say, "Hey, my back hurts," and they gave you 37 Vicodin subscriptions. But now it's now it's pee-pee pills. Now it's pill factories.
Are we on the verge of a new crisis in America as we move on from the opioid crisis to the boner pill crisis? Like, are we just going to have swaths of Americans walking around with absolute hard-ons 24/7?
4 and 5 men can't get a hard-on without assistance.
Yeah. Yeah, great lead into Viagra Boys.
Yeah, great story. So this one, I know nothing about Viagra Boys. This was a YouTube algorithm pleasure, but this sports video by Viagra Boys is a hilarious video and actually a pretty fucking good song. But let's check it out. Let's get the gist of this.
That's the body I wish I could have. If that makes sense. Like,
yes.
Skinny arms, a little bit of a gut.
A mild essence of dad bod, but with a just beautiful, horrendous display of tattoos across your chest and back that no one can really make out any of them, but it's nice. He's a very and those sunglasses, man. Those are the sunglasses you wear on the freaking softball field at church league. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I've been to 1 or 2 church leagues in my day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that one just popped up in the recommendeds or the up next. So I just figured might as well.
I mean, we're getting close to almost an hour here, so we can wrap it up pretty soon. But one band that I've been hitting because of the Minnesota grind, Steven, we found it together. You know, the Hippocampus.
Oh yeah, the little Hippocampus.
You heard of Hippocampus, Max?
Hippocampus. I'm also looking at Steven's YouTube recommendations, and they
Let's see what we got here.
So we're looking opening. That one's live now, so you must really like that.
I've never heard of this guy in my life, dude.
He's opening vintage Pokemon cards, dude.
Ben Shapiro takes the political compass quiz.
That's so good.
Oh boy.
And then we've got Mac DeMarco. I like that guy, Marty's music. He teaches you stuff. All right, let's see what these guys.
What do you want? You know Hippocampus better than me, Marty.
That Bambi official video might be good. It's a good one. So,
should we hit a live or official?
These guys are fresh out of I think the official is good. I haven't seen the live, so I don't know. But these guys are fresh out of the St. Paul scene. And it's, I would call it chill beach rock. No, that's not fair.
I think.
But mellow.
Marty, have you texted me about these guys before? Because I've heard about these guys.
No, but they're huge. They're pretty freaking big.
Are they?
I wouldn't say huge.
They're the size of Greta Van Fleet, I would call it.
Okay. Maybe I've heard these guys on Sirius or something.
I'm sure they've been on the radios all across America.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair to assume. All right, so this is Bambi Hippocampus.
Intriguing lead vocalist voice, too.
I like the electronic elements.
Mm-hmm. It would be better, though, if he had rose-colored glasses like you, Max.
Yeah, I'm doing that for the aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's easy to understand why he blew up, right?
Why is
or has been relevant. I mean, like, he's a pretty attractive dude, and he's got like the right sound that sort of fits what I think a lot of record companies are looking for as they try to push for that new frontier.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a safe jaunt from classic rock or pop music. Kind of fits in the middle there. Easy
face on it. And you can put that face on a billboard pretty easily. Viagra Boys, that might be a little tougher to get to space.
I'd love to see Viagra Boys on a billboard.
With that said,
I
listen to a lot of their music now, and they got chops, and he can hit those notes. He can hit those notes high, low, and somewhere in between your toes.
Yeah. It's just nice. It's easy listening.
It's easy listening.
It's really nice. Yeah, the electronic elements we kind of mentioned a little earlier in the GHOSTMANE, but I mean, it's just I feel like this music is just becoming so electronic now because that's what technology is allowing us to do. But I like hearing the blend of like live recorded instruments with like obviously electronic elements.
Yeah, it's like 80s synth pop.
Yeah, baby, it's coming back. The synth is back.
The synth is back. I'm with you on that, Martin. I think the synth is coming back.
Honestly, it's a shame that Bowie wasn't alive to see the comeback.
Yeah, it's really sad. That's sad. That's really sad.
Would he have been able to take advantage of it, you think?
No, I mean, but
Or you think he would just clack?
I'm pretty sure he already built a decent nest egg prior to that. I don't know if he...
Maybe. Have you guys talked about Eddie Van Halen dying on this podcast?
Oh, no, we haven't had a podcast since. Rest in peace to the great one.
Yeah, man. I'd hate to go down too deep a historical music rabbit hole here, but I mean, for anybody who listens to this podcast, should really take appreciation for Eddie Van Halen and what he did. Just as he evolved both metal, punk, and all that stuff with the way he played guitar. Yeah. I mean, I watched this interview with him, and you know that he took a Fender guitar, like a Fender Stratocaster, and you've got those 3 bars in it, right? They're called the pickups, right? Mm-hmm. He ripped out the middle pickup and put in a Gibson pickup to get the sound that he wanted, and just like completely reverse engineered a guitar. So like, I'm sure if you show up on Google Images, you'll see this like Frankenstein guitar that he basically built himself. And just so he can get the sound that he wanted. Said he couldn't even read a lick of sheet music either.
Yeah. I mean,
do it all by hand.
A little bit before our generation, I think he was the reason that so many kids picked up playing guitar for the first time. I'm sure there's so many artists today that point to Eddie and say he's the reason. Maybe even Justin Timberlake or the Backstreet Boys, perhaps.
That's it right there. That's it. The Frankenstein guitar.
Oh yeah.
That one's legendary. I mean, that's his.
Yeah. The humbuckers.
That's sick.
The old humbuckers. Yeah, that guitar.
The name. That's a piece of the guitar. But yeah, he just ripped that thing in two. That body, it's a Stratocaster body that was like a throwaway body. You got it for like $75.
Jeez.
That's insane.
That thing is probably worth $75,000 now.
Dude, you kidding me?
Yeah,
that thing could go for $1 million. Or...
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Eddie Van Halen's guitar.
That guitar is like the one you think of when you think of Van Halen, though. So that's it's a nice one. I'm sure he had multiple versions that were remade, though, of course. And I bet you that he has a custom Fender now that you can.
It looks like he's got like a signature series.
You can get a signature series, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I was looking up that paint job that he had too. What he did is he just spray painted the whole thing, I think rather black or something, whatever it did. And then he just threw a bunch of painter's tape over it and started spray painting more of it to get those white and black stripes.
That's so sick.
Simplicity.
It just did it.
Delicious.
Yeah, just did it like a straight up ADD, just out of this world type of stuff. But the music podcast, Eddie died about 3 weeks ago. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Eddie.
Yeah, he deserves that for sure.
Definitely.
I mean, he was the first like shredder, dude, who like an entire band formed around him. Like his talent produced a supergroup, and it was called Van Halen. He wasn't the lead singer. When do you ever hear like the front man is not the lead singer? Not often.
His brother played the drums.
This is true. I guess that's true.
I mean, if most of the band's Van Halen, but actually, that might be a good outro. Can we put out a little Eruption live by Eddie Van Halen as the outro for this one, and we can just give our friends?
Yep. Is that the one where he's just smoking the cig too? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. He rips a heater on it. Yeah, this is just a legendary.
Oh yeah, dude. What a just absolute legend.
So now comes my favorite part of the show. It's my favorite part of the whole.
That was David Lee Roth. This must have been towards the end of David Lee Roth, right?
No better time, anytime than right now, because I get to go sit down, have myself a nice cold one.
Or is that Hagar? I can't tell. Whatever.
I'm not sure, honestly, but it's so true. He's like, I can just sit down
and listen to the best guitarist in the world play guitar.
The way he could play and shred with a cigarette in his mouth, alone is a talent.
He puts it in the strings too for a second
there too. He string bobs it. He's like, let me get a sip of this Jack and Coke and then sit down and shred. Oh my!
That's what we need. And see, you can't do that with a Juul, man. That's why a cigarette will always be better than a Juul.
Yep.
Bet you that butt alone today would be worth 75 grand.
Oh. Yeah.
You're just going scooping through the trash at this arena. Give me that butt, Eddie.
See those teeth marks? That's when he started playing the Eruption solo. He grinded down on it.
You know what I love, though, is that he's already massive at this point, and he's still got that fucking guitar.
Yeah. Oh. Feel it coming. One more drag.
What confidence, too, to be able to just stop 30 seconds in and be like, yeah, I gotta take this puff real quick. I think something also cool about Eddie is that he doesn't have any wah-wah pedals or anything like that. This is just guitar to amp.
Oh, when he throws the pick.
Did he?
I think
Yeah.
He's something.
He's still picking, right?
Maybe he got a new pick. He plucked a new pick.
He threw something out there.
Oh. Ungodly, yeah. It looks like he did throw the pick. Oh my god.
When he's got to be in another dimension right now when he does this, right?
Yeah. He's transcended.
Yeah, he's ascended, yeah. Transcended.
He's gone he went Super Saiyan.
Time to slow down for him, but not for us.
That's just... Oh my god, dude.
You were that good at one thing. I don't think I'm that good at one thing.
As Eddie Van Halen at guitar?
I think you get that good at any one thing, you do pretty well for yourself. That's the thing you don't see, is the hours spent on his bed as a kid, just plucking away. Hours, till his fingers bled.
So apparently he came over here from the Netherlands, I believe, right? Family's Dutch.
Yep.
And this is 13 minutes, so we can probably talk over it. It's fine.
Yeah.
But his family came over Dutch. His dad was a classically trained bassist, I believe.
Yeah, I didn't know he had music in his family. I knew that. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently he was coming over on a ship from the Netherlands, and they ended up coming over to Pasadena, California. And on the ship, since his dad was a musician and they knew music in the house, he and his brother performed for the people on the ship. 9 years old or something. He got exposed to the whole thing.
It's so sick. I also did hear somewhere that he originally wanted to be a drummer.
Yeah.
Or something, and his parents bought him a drum kit, and maybe it was that his brother was just significantly better than him at drumming, so he's like, "Fuck this, I'm not gonna drum anymore," or something like that. I don't know the facts for sure. But
the story that I heard is that he came home one day. He was at school or something. His brother was fucking around the guitar kit. And he's like, dude, what are you doing playing my drum set? A la Step Brothers, right? And then he's like, all right, well, I'm just going to play your guitar then. You're going to play my drum set. And then he stuck with the guitar. His brother stuck with the drums. And then,
the rest was history.
Yeah, and then you got cigarettes hanging out on the top of your guitar, just blasting in front of 50,000 people.
Yeah. That's just obscene. It's obscene.
Yeah, the smile and the thumbs up.
Like at what point did they ever make pants like that? Like pants like that were manufactured somewhere, and I want to know where those came from. Or he might have custom. Those might be custom, to be fair.
Hey Eddie, we're gonna hook you up with the best pants around. See the way he just danced his fingers across that neck like that to get a little bit of a different sound? That was incredible.
That's so weird. He's just laboring. He's laboring over that guitar.
Yeah. That guitar is his third arm. Well, boys, with that, should we call it? Call it a cast?
Yeah.
All right.
Call it a wrap.
Max, it was great having you today. We may have you back. We might have to talk with the group and see if you made the cut. But